If you're after some leftovers, the kitchen's up top. I don't think there's much
Scrub you're after. You'll have to wait. I've been...
Let me pass. Don't worry. I suppose...
Damn, or at least...
I can see if...
Hey!
You might be surprised.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Say, I heard some interesting books arrived here.
Let me stop you right there. Preparations are underway to execute a poacher. I don't have time to worry about a book.
The first bell. Another 11 to go.
You? What in God's name are you doing here?
I was about to ask you the same question.
I work here.
Who are you, actually?
Me?
What's your name?
What's it to you?
I'm Henry. And you... And what were you...
I thought I have...
We both...
Says so.
You know I was locked up? Oh, for such an uncaring...
Right. I spend the whole day following you and the arrogant fool around, spying on you.
That's exactly what I think.
Well, think again. You!
I need help.
Who doesn't? I still have to clean out all the fireplaces in the Crown.
I don't know or care. I have to find medicine for Captain Thomas. Otherwise he'll die and my friend will be executed.
Thomas? I brought water to him in the tower. And I can tell you... that poor sister...
Well, you look like you know your way around here.
Why should I?
Because we're birds of a feather.
How do you mean?
Well, let's just say we both go where we shouldn't be going and take things that don't belong to us.
Oh, really? You must be mixing me up with someone. I just clean up here. And you don't look like someone who knows much.
Really? Didn't you lose a comb by any chance?
What? How did you...
How? I know a thing or two. So, do you believe me?
That was pretty good, I have to admit. And now give it back to me.
As you wish. And now I'm sure you'll be very...
All right. If it's medicine you're after, there's all sorts of junk there, but...
And what if there's...
Then tough luck. But you can go and have a... That crackpot writes down everything he does. Maybe he...
All right.
And now get out of my way. Simple maid like me is lots...
The second toll for Hans. third toll. I better get moving.
Everything's gone down the latrine.
Well, I'm all ears.
Any wedding like?
It was nice. Good food.
I could see where it leads to. Ah, shit. Oh, this was a bad idea. But it seems I won't drown, at least. Hans!
Henry! Is that you?
Yes. Unfortunately, that's true. They're building a...
Jesus Christ! You've got to find that Captain Thomas, who can test...
I know, but the captain has a fever, and the surgeon isn't in the...
So there's nothing he can do for us?
I'm trying to get him to come round, but it's not easy. His sister sent me to get some...
See now, and Hanish thought I shouldn't have a bodyguard who knows how to read. Said you're too smart.
Well, I know how to read, but I'm no surgeon. And...
Jesus! Why do I have to have such rot...
Don't blaspheme!
It's all the same. How did you get in here anyway?
Not exactly. I shouldn't be here.
That's not good. There's a guard just around the corner. What?
Can you try and distract him?
I'll sneak into the torture chamber opposite. It's empty now.
In the brewery at noon, it's merry as a tap room. Merrily the boys all gather, singing in the back room. Merrily the boys all gather, singing in the back room. And now the sun is lower,
No one's
and
interested in your
sleep
squawking.
until the morning. Jolly lads from...
fourth bell.
Oh, careful!
Damn it.
Mother of God! That was some stench.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
It will have to be diluted. His fever is getting worse. If this doesn't work, I don't think he'll last long.
You all to be vigilant. These days we have all sorts of vagabonds, drifters, outlaws and bandits roaming the country. And we have one of those vermin here today. A fella called Hans, who is clearly not right in the head. A dangerous madman, a brawler, and a thug, the worst of all, a poacher! And so, for the damages he caused to our dear Lord
Otto von Berghoff. He is sentenced to be hanged by the neck until dead!
Stop! You can't execute this man. He's a noble. Captain Thomas here will testify that we're messengers from Ratoi.
What is this nonsense, for Christ's sake?
It's true. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Deal with it, for God's sake!
But, sir, the captain...
Captain Thomas has a fever. He's clearly delirious. Seize them immediately.
You can't do this. I am a nobleman, do you hear? A noble!
Get your hands off me! You can't do this!
Open the gates!
My lord.
What the hell is going on?
It was just a... It's a hanging.
You can't hang him. He's a noble.
That's for me to judge. Take him down! And for Christ's sake, help me off this horse!
You may enter. His lordship is expecting you.
So, you're messengers from Ratai, huh? I was wondering when someone would turn up. All right, then. Let's hear it.
My respects, Sir Otto. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and this is Henry of Skalitz, my escort.
Welcome to Trotsky, gentlemen. I'd greet you standing up as befits, but I'm glad I can even sit at the moment.
I heard you were ambushed by outlaws.
You heard right. Those bastards did a job on me. And I got out luckier than most. Almost all the others were killed, including my page and my surgeon. So there is no one here to heal me, and I will have to inform poor Albert's father that his son died in my service.
I hope your health will soon be restored, sir.
We shall see. But now, you tell me what happened here in Herrgottsnamen. Why did my chamberlain try to hang you, Lord Capon?
In truth, the welcome we got from your Master Chamberlain was somewhat... how shall I put it? Well, it was somewhat unexpected. I must say, it was the first time I had a noose around my neck, and it wasn't the most pleasant experience.
Please, accept my apologies, sir. And that of my chamberlain, too. Is that not so, Ulrich? I must say in his defense that he had my orders not to admit anyone to the castle, and to be cautious.
I understand, sir. At home, Some bandits got into Tamberg by subterfuge, and it cost us a lot of effort to reconquer it.
I'm glad you understand. Anyway, let us leave this misunderstanding aside and get to the point. As far as I'm aware, Ratai showed no interest in negotiations before, either with me or with the League of Lords.
True. Our houses have thus far stood on opposite sides.
I should say so. Attacking Brno and Jihlava together with that renegade Sokol of Lemberg hardly inspired our sympathy.
But we can all point the finger. Your League of Lords, on the other hand, abducted the king. Although I don't doubt your reasons, just as Sir Hanush did.
We certainly had. The main one being that your Wenzel is an irresponsible drunkard and idler who is hurting the Empire by his inactivity. But let us leave that aside. Tell me, what does Sir Hanush have on his mind? I am all ears.
Unfortunately, during the ambush, we lost the letter we were carrying, so you'll have to make do with my word of mouth.
All right. Go ahead and speak.
In brief, Sir Hanush, Sir Radzig, and other lords take the view that the situation has got out of control. And that's of no benefit to anyone in Bohemia, neither Wenceslas's supporters or the League of Lords. King Sigismund's actions will not lead to instilling greater order than under King Wenceslas. Quite the contrary.
Let us say that maybe. What arises from it?
Sir Hanush and the other lords on our side are interested in knowing what the stance of the League of Lords is at this moment, and whether they haven't perhaps reevaluated some things.
In other words, whether I might betray Sigismund.
Well, betray is a strong word. We came to you, Sir Otto, because you're the leading voice of the League of Lords. I expect there are also lords among your ranks who are considering how to find a way out of this sticky situation. And for the Kingdom of Bohemia, it would certainly be better if our powers were to join, rather than parting.
Your companion speaks like a diplomat, Sir Hans. However, the question is whether it's possible to join fire with water and end up with anything but nasty smoke. Nonetheless, Sir Hanush and Sir Radzig are right. There is disorder and anarchy in the land. Bandits riding roughshod all over. As we all know, to our cost.
We've had plenty of experience of that at home too, sir. Only a short time ago we had to deal with a similar band.
Then you will surely understand that before I begin debating who would be the better king, I must sweep my own doorstep. Only I'm damned if I know how to do that, since those bastards have wiped out half of my garrison, including my captain.
If I may be so bold, sir, you're not the only one. We also have a score to settle with them, so Henry and I will gladly help you.
Is that so? Now that is what I call the words of a knight, Sir Hans.
Right now, we've got a common enemy, so we have common interests, too.
So then, sir, may we be of assistance to you?
Indeed you may. Perhaps in the end we may really find some common ground. I need to muster sufficient reserves to deal with those outlaws once and for all. I'm summoning my vassals here to Trotsky. And since I don't have many men left to send as messengers, I will gladly accept your help.
Just say the word, sir. Where should we go?
You'll go to Nebakov, a small castle, or rather fortress among the cliffs. The yeoman there, Jaromir Nebak, is an old hardhat and may not be very willing to fulfill his obligations. It would be useful if an eloquent noble like yourself visited him to explain him clearly why I need his whole garrison.
Who is this Lord Nebak?
The lord of a smaller house with not much in the way of estates, just a fortress and lands, but he also owns a mill that provides a significant part of his income. His children are grown up. His daughter married well, thanks to Sir Otto. His son is away from the domain, dealing with duties. Sir Otto helped him to acquire an official position. In short, the House of Nebak is more than beholden to Sir Otto for his magnanimous help and support.
Thank you, Ulrich. Nevertheless, I suspect Jaromir will not be keen to charge into battle. But that is of little consequence. He has a few good men who will be useful. That will do us. If he delivers, I will regard his obligation as fulfilled.
We'll take care of it, sir. Count on us.
All right. We'll head out as soon as possible. Let's not delay our diplomatic mission unnecessarily.
Very well. I think that is all for now. The Chamberlain will show you where you can put your heads down, and he will supply you with horses. And once we have resolved this little digression, we shall talk about your own mission.
Thank you, sir.
May I ask something, Sir Otto?
Oh. Ask away, young man.
When you were ambushed, did you see those bandits? Would you recognize any of them?
Henry, don't start with that again.
Why do you ask?
The thing is, when we were ambushed, I believe I saw among them one of the men we ran up against at home.
Oh. What did he look like? Do you know his name?
He's called Istvan Toth, a Hungarian noble. He wears black armor. A stocky fella, around 40.
I've already told you that's nonsense. How would he be here? You only saw him from a distance, from behind. You're imagining it.
And why does this Toth interest you, young man?
He was the leader of a band that made trouble for us in Sasau. And he has something that belongs to me.
Ah, interesting. Interesting. But I must disappoint you. I saw no one of that description.
Thank you, sir. And sorry. I had to ask.
I understand. And now I shall entrust you to the care of Ulrich here. And I shall look forward to the good tidings you bring me from Nebakov. Go with God, gentlemen.
Thank you for everything, sir. The Lord be with you.
There will be time enough yet for social niceties. Now there are more practical matters to deal with. Sir Otto has generously agreed to accommodate Lord Capon in one of his chambers. And you, Henry, shall also be accommodated, as befits your station. There, your, equipment shall also be returned to you, and you'll find your horse in the stable. Nevertheless, his lordship takes the view that, as a noble's escort, you should have a befitting mount. And therefore he has kindly decided that you may take one of our horses, if you so wish. Gentlemen, follow me. So, Sir Hans, allow me to...
Hold on, Sir Ulrich. If you think everything is settled between us, and we're going to act like nothing happened, then you're mistaken.
Sir?
You were going to have me executed a short while ago. I expect a proper apology.
Then please accept my apology once more, sir. But given the circumstances...
Given the circumstance? What circumstances?
Sir, poaching is a capital offence.
And are you the king? That you can hand down death sentences? No, you are not. What's more, you had plenty of reasons to realise it wasn't a good idea.
Sir, I could not have realised that.
You couldn't have realised? Yes, you could, but then you wouldn't have been able to play the Lord and stage private executions.
Sir, once more I apologise. And now, please allow me to show you to your quarters.
I wouldn't dream of inconveniencing you. I'll find my quarters by myself.
Jesus Christ,
Henry,
I can smell you from over here.
Once you're done with that annoying fool, get your horse and we'll meet at the gate.
Well, it seems Lord Capon will not be requiring my services anymore today. Silence is golden, eh? Nevertheless, welcome to Trusky, the finest and biggest castle you shall ever see. Rumor has it that the castle was built on the jaws of hell, and that we're sometimes plagued by demons here. But don't believe a word of it. It's just idle talk to excuse the servants' laziness and incompetence. It's demanding enough keeping everything here running smoothly without any of that. It requires a man of exceptional qualities and talents. By the way, this place is a maze for strangers. It's very easy to get lost. The jail cells are down there, but I believe you are already fairly well acquainted with that part of the castle, aren't you?
All too well, thanks.
You have a kind master, eh?
Here it is. You'll find a bed inside, opposite the door, and a chest where we put your belongings. You'll find some new clothing there, a little gift from our gracious lord, to ensure you're not mistaken for a beggar again. Once you're settled in and properly dressed, stop by the stables. They're beyond the gate, down the path. Ask for Kabat. He was supposed to prepare a horse and tack for you. Or tell him you'll keep your own if you insist. Then he'll give you proper tack at least, so you don't disgrace us.
Thanks. I'm grateful.
As you should be. So, you and I are finished, and I can finally attend to some proper work, so this castle doesn't fall on our heads.
So, Master Chamberlain.
I don't want to hex it, but I'm a lot better. I even managed...
That's good. It's a sign that your humours are back in balance. But you have to keep...
I'll be careful, thank you. And here's a small
Is there any work around the castle I can help with?
Well...
Demons?
Quiet! I don't want to cause a... But yes, unfortunately.
You mean horned ones? From hell?
Do you know any other kind? I'm preoccupied with tasks from Lord von Berghoff, but I suppose you could do it? You and that friend of yours.
You want me to get involved with hell itself? At least...
Ah, you know the times we're living in. War. The castle is built upon an ancient, though fortunately extinguished, fiery moor. The spawn of hell shows up here from time to time, and I want you to improve.
How many do you think there are?
A lot. Certainly more than there are sinners, and expect at least 10 beasts for every soul.
That's some. And I've never seen a real demon before. So what...
Our cooks, Manietta and Berto, were complaining about the creatures running around their kitchens. Ossina, the castle blacksmith, was also blabbering something of the sort. The good news is it's only 3 for now. We have to act quickly to prevent the panic.
What did you do about it in the past? I reckon this isn't the first time...
We usually cleansed the infested places with the help of a priest or an apothecary. Except for that one year when Sir Otto himself faced Lucifer in the...
Lord von Berghoff has my admiration then. How long did they fight? And what kind of armour was Lucifer wearing? Did Lord...
In any case, you'll have to ask Manietta and then simply make sure to get rid of them for good. I'm sure both the scribe Erazim and Father Nicodemus will have something to say about it as well.
I'm ready to scour the castle and try to chase... Could you arrange for me to be able to go wherever I want in the castle, without anyone chasing me out?
Very well. You can move freely about the castle, but don't stay any longer than necessary in... I let the guards and servants know discreetly. If anyone asks, tell...
You said something about a priest and an apothecary.
We've always used either holy water or magic water from the apothecary to get rid of those hellish... Which one would you prefer?
I reckon the holy water is more likely...
If I recall, it was blessed by the bishop. I believe you can do it. Should the demons attack you, just run away. But don't make too much of a... God be with you.
I'd like to do something about that price.
Sure, why not?
Only because it's you.
Less. Finally, a reasonable sum. Thank you, sir. And come again.
Let's talk about the price.
Very well.
Here. Plus a bit on top.
Well, well, thank you very much. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Greetings. Do you need some...
I'm here for some horse tack.
Christ, what kind of mess is this? I've got the tack ready, but I've been ordered to show you our herring first. So kindly take a look at him in the stable here and tell me if you want him or... Farewell.
I took a look at herring.
And?
I'll take him.
Good. He ain't the fastest, but he'll work his little heart out, and he'll keep going for fucking... An honest stock, too. From the Sameen stud farm. Not one of them stolen... I've heard that wind is blowing from them dodgy notes.
There are nomads around here.
Aye. I hear they're camping. They've got horses there. God knows how they...
Oh, useful to know.
Well, let's not forget about your horse. He's there in the stables, so go and get him. You do know...
Don't worry. I learned to ride with cumans on my tail. And arrows whistling past my head.
Well, I'll be damned. I never heard such a thing, but even an experienced horseman like you needs equipment. As you can tack him up yourself, right?
Sure. Thanks.
See you later, my friend. You silly doggy. Everything's going well. I'm in fine feather.
I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir. I was glad to... be of help to you, good sir. Thank you, sir. And come again.
I'd like to discuss the price. Only because...
Less. This is pointless. I'm done haggling with...
The Chamberlain mentioned you've seen demons.
You're damn right I did. What do you know?
Nothing.
I'm sure at least half a dozen demons have taken up... If the Chamberlain didn't tell you how dangerous this is for all of us...
Of course he told me. That's why we're trying...
I'm glad to give those demons their due.
Tell me what you know, then.
You know, inside, I mean, on the ground floor. The place stinks like hell, day in and day... I've seen things there with my own eyes. I'd start the investigation there if I were you.
All right. I'll look...
Excellent. You made a fine purchase, good sir.
Oh, you pooch.